Selamat siang. Welcome to the latest news from Bali and Indonesia. This is August 22nd, 2022, and my name is Bruce. And what is the weather like today? It is a little hazy and hot already. It's 10:30 in the morning and it is 29.9 degrees Celsius. Wind speed is 3.7 kilometers per hour. And the humidity is 68%. It is up right here in Bulang today. We were having incredible wind problems yesterday. We were doing a Dapur Suhana cooking video up here, and it's a funny video. We had a lot of fun yesterday doing it, but the colors just kept changing because the wind was clouds, and we have a cover because our kitchen is outdoors, and so the cover was blowing back and forth and light was coming in and going out, and the house is full of dust. This is one of the problems of living on the ocean. Weather is good. I hope it's good wherever you are. There is a lot to do as usual on Monday. Two big stories. One is Jokowi is kind of stepping in to get airfares lowered as they continue to increase. And I'm going to talk about that. And the first case of monkeypox has been confirmed in Indonesia, and the government is getting ready to deal with it. And so let's get into it. What about COVID? Well, interesting. The numbers have just not been coming out like every day like they used to for some reason from the national agency that does this. So these numbers are 2 days old, and new cases, 5,163 national recoveries, 5,028, national deaths, 26. Bali new cases, 120, Bali recoveries, 105, Bali deaths, 4. So those are all pretty much in line with what has been going on for the past month or so, not really going up much. It's kind of varying between 3,500 and 6,500 nationally, and in Bali from around 75 up to 200 plus. And people don't seem to be all that concerned about it. We were out yesterday making a video down at the harbor, and about half of the people were wearing masks and the other half were not wearing masks. And Bulang has been a place where people have been wearing masks more than a lot of other places. And if you watch the videos in the tourist places from the Monkeys, Bobo, Uncle Chan, you see nobody is wearing masks. The latest positivity rate, 11%. So the positivity rate is not good, twice what the WHO standard is, but we're not getting reports of cases. People are getting sick. They're not saying so. They're not going in, most of them. This is living with the virus. I guess this is how things work. But take a look at Japan. Wow, exploding number of cases in Japan. I was talking to a Japanese friend last night. He said, it's incredible. It is just like gone all over. So COVID is not gone, but if you take a look at the situation in Indonesia, well, it is not getting much attention anymore. Okay, let's get into the first story. Jokowi asked to lower airline ticket prices. Jokowi is worried that the increase in ticket prices is fueling an increase in the inflation rate. And so he gave orders to two ministers to lower the price of plane tickets in the market. The Minister of Transportation, Budi Karya Sumadi, and the Minister of SOEs, State-Owned Enterprises, Eric Thohir, they received the order from the president. The president asked Budi to immediately resolve the problem that makes airline tickets so expensive so that they can be lowered and be more affordable. And the president asked Minister Thohir to increase the number of Garuda Indonesia's fleet as a state-owned airline. The president said, Garuda, I also conveyed that the Minister of SOEs would immediately add more planes so prices could return to normal, even though it is not easy because international aviation fuel prices are also high. And the Minister of State-Owned Enterprises said that he is on it and he is encouraging airlines such as Garuda to increase their flight volume. He said, if Garuda can be more productive in the number of planes so that the reduction in ticket price stability can be balanced, that would be great. He hopes that state capital investment for Garuda will soon be dispersed. With this capital, he's optimistic that Garuda will be competitive in the business and will be able to maintain affordable aircraft prices for the people. Bach Eric said, there are three things that cause the current high ticket prices. The first is the skyrocketing price of aviation fuel. The second is certain destination areas where the number of aircraft is not maximum. And the third is the number of planes being purchased is difficult. He said Boeing and Airbus are reducing their production. According to Bach Booty, some airlines are less than 50% occupied, and that prompts them to have to raise their prices. He said if there's a subsidy, it will help the market until occupancy increases and the price can be maintained. The price is directly proportional to the occupancy rate, and there are many areas where the occupancy rate is low. However, coming to Bali is not one of them. Let's talk about monkeypox. Yes, monkeypox is here in Indonesia. One case only, though. Health Ministry confirms first monkeypox case in Indonesia. So this was on Saturday, and the patient was declared positive for the disease by a PCR test given on Friday night. The patient is a 24-year-old male who was traveling overseas, arrived back, and was tested positive. He showed symptoms on August 14th that included fever and large lymph nodes, rashes on the face, palms, feet, and parts of the genitals. Ooh. The patient is currently in good condition, meaning that there is no serious illness, according to a government spokesperson. The World Health Organization announced monkeypox as a global health emergency on July 23rd. To date, 86 countries have reported cases of monkeypox with a total of 39,708 cases and 400 deaths. And how do you get monkeypox? Monkeypox transmitted through touch. People urged to maintain health protocol. According to a health ministry spokesperson, the main transmission of monkeypox occurs due to direct contact with sufferers. Monkeypox can be transmitted through touch, handshaking, hugging, sleeping together, and, according to this article, it can also be due to contact with items owned by the patient, such as blankets, towels, etc. However, Pak Sahil said, it's always, don't panic, because the severity of monkeypox is not worse than COVID-19. He said, if compared with COVID-19, COVID-19 can have a 10 to 15% mortality rate, that high. Monkeypox only report 1% of deaths from the total cases. So he's saying it's not deadly. But I was watching when this first kind of hit the United States, I was watching some videos with people that had it, and it does not sound pleasant. They were talking about being in a lot of pain, itching, scratching. One guy said he couldn't swallow. So you definitely don't want this. But the government is saying you're not going to die from it most likely. Dr. Hill said monkeypox is a self-limiting disease. In its 21 to 28-day incubation period, the patients will recover on their own if there are no complications. Okay, so one case of monkeypox here, not exactly a health emergency, but the government does not want it to spread. And what are they doing about it? Indonesia boosts monkeypox preparedness after detecting first case. Dr. Hill, the health ministry spokesperson, said the government is working to secure 10,000 monkeypox vaccines and expand laboratory capacity for testing for the disease. He said the WHO is so far not recommending mass monkeypox vaccinations, but we're in the process of procuring around 10,000 vaccines to be given only to patients and their close contacts. The ministry is also preparing around 1,200 reagent kits for monkeypox testing and is working on adding 10 more laboratories to test for the disease. Currently, there are only 2 laboratories in Indonesia that can test. One is in Jakarta and the other is in Bogor. The government has been augmenting border control measures in response to the potential spread of monkeypox, and the authorities have also urged airlines and port authorities to watch out for passengers that have symptoms of the illness. So far, the ministry has tested 22 other people besides the one that's positive, and those people did not have it. So right now, we're in good situation. Public health expert Jandra Yoga Aritama talked about him before, said health authorities need to carry out 6 measures to anticipate a monkeypox outbreak in Indonesia. The government should strengthen its monkeypox surveillance, trace patients' close contacts, use a good approach to risk communication, involve the public in disease prevention measures, and roll out vaccines. Epidemiologist Diki Budaman, wow, I haven't talked about him in a long time, urged the government to step up its monkeypox surveillance, especially through contact tracing. And he said patients should be quarantined for at least 3 weeks. And Pak Diki also highlighted the importance of avoiding language that could stigmatize the gay community in communications about the virus, because members of the gay community are more likely than the population at large to be getting this. So that's the situation with monkeypox. Only 1 case, but it's something to be aware of. Okay, let's look at some things directly related to Bali. School bus service serves 665 students per day. School buses in Denpasar City have started operating as of August 1st. Every day, the school bus has transported as many as 665 students out of a total of 2,458 students registered with the Denpasar City Transportation Service. Good news. According to the head of the Denpasar City Transportation Service, the school bus service has been running since early August, and it serves students going and coming from school. 22 schools are involved in this, and students are elementary and junior high school. There are 8 elementary schools, 14 junior high schools. His group has organized 13 fleets out of 14 fleets, and 1 fleet is used as a backup. So there's 13 buses operating daily, taking these students to and from school. The buses serve 3 sub-districts, East Denpasar, North Denpasar, and Northwest Denpasar. The head of the transportation agency said, the school bus service is to motivate people to reduce the use of private vehicles and motorbikes for those who are not old enough, in addition to realize road safety and obey traffic rules. What a great program, and this is something that should be spread all over the island. Does not say who's paying for this. That would be interesting to find out. Anybody have any extra information about this? Leave a comment, please. And some good news, and this has been reported all over local press. Deputy Governor, Bali becomes the most happy tourist destination. Okay, everybody loves to see these kind of things about Bali. So the Deputy Governor said that he was grateful that the Island of the Gods was chosen as the happiest tourist destination, according to a survey by Club Med or Club Med France. He said, thank you for establishing Bali as the #1 tourist destination, making me happy. This is extraordinary and a good thing for the purpose of people wanting to travel to be happy. Come on, all you happy people. According to the French company, the survey showed that Bali surpassed Las Vegas and New Orleans, which are the leading tourist destinations in the U.S. Some of the determining factors in this pick, well, crime rates, safety, pollution, and the price of drinks. Okay, I can see the price of drinks making people happy. Interestingly, there's nothing about cultural attractions, right? And the government has been saying culture should come first. The deputy governor said the several things that supported the formation of Bali as the happiest tourist destination in the world were people, nature, and culture. He said, our culture is very orderly, very open, and the people here are friendly, and nature is also beautiful. And what are the 10 happiest tourist destinations in the world? Bali's #1 now. Las Vegas, #2. New Orleans, #3. Barcelona, #4. Amsterdam, #5. Budapest, #6. Vancouver, #7. San Francisco, my old hometown, #8. Dubai, #9, and Rio de Janeiro, #10. Authorities in Bali, big smiles on their face this week. And here is some news that may disappoint some tourists. The price of entrance tickets to the Pura Agung Besakih area goes up. This is what the manager says. So there is a plan to increase the ticket prices to get into Besakih for foreign tourists. According to the acting manager of Pura Agung Besakih operations, he said that the increase in ticket prices was decided after looking at a number of supporting facilities in the Pura Agung Besakih area, and after looking at places like Borobudur, which is increasing its price. But he said, but not the same price as Borobudur. We still need to review as well. Ticket adjustments are in line with supporting facilities. Currently, the ticket price for foreign tourists going to Pura Agung Besakih is 60,000 rupiahs, and domestic tourists half that at 30,000. He said, we have not determined how much the increase will be or when it's going to be increased. He noted that Pura Agung Besakih has a number of facilities, parking buildings, information centers, the existence of an economic center, and a cinema for screening the documentary film Pura Agung Besakih. He said, looking at the various facilities that have been built, Pura Agung Besakih is going to have higher operational costs than before, and for that it's necessary to adjust the ticket price. So it sounds like they're going to be doing some upgrading here. He said the operational cost before all of these new things, all of these improvements happened, quite high. For example, revenue in 2017 reached 12 billion with an average visit of 550 people per day. Of this amount, 8 billion goes to Pura Agung Besakih to maintain the facilities. The rest is divvied up between Karangasem Regency government and the Besakih traditional village. And so the temple gets 50%, Karangasem gets 25%, and Besakih village gets 25%. He said the good news with the raising of the ticket prices is that there will be increase in income, and when there is an increase in income, tourists will no longer be charged any fees. That includes gloves, guides, and the plan is that transport vehicles will be provided so tourists can be more comfortable. Anybody been there recently and have anything to report about how much it costs of these fees? I don't know, gloves, guides, okay, I can see the guides. I don't remember any gloves. Any comments? Welcome as always. And some good news for travelers. Starting September 9th, 2022, Pelita Air increases flight frequency for the Jakarta-Bali PP route. So Jakarta-Bali, Bali-Jakarta. Okay, so Pelita Air, I don't know if you've ever flown Pelita. If you have, and you have anything good or not good to say about it, leave a comment. So Pelita is going to increase the frequency of flights up to 5 times a day starting on September 9th. Previously, Pelita flew 3 times a day using the Airbus A320-200 with a capacity of 180 economy seats. The president director of PT Pelita Air Service, Dendi Kurniawan, said that the addition of the flights is to support the fulfillment of flight needs amid increasing demand for air travel by the public, especially from Jakarta to Bali and Bali to Jakarta. He said with the addition of flying frequency, now people have more choices of flying hours with Pelita Air, and that's a good thing. The addition of Pelita Air frequency will be carried out in stages on routes that have potential to contribute to the company. Performance optimization can be seen from the addition of flight frequencies, not only Jakarta-Bali, Jakarta-Jogja, but also expanding to other routes such as Surabaya and Balikpapan at the end of 2022. As a medium service airline, Pelita is always committed to providing a comfortable and enjoyable flying experience for passengers. Now listen to this. This sounds cool. On each flight, passengers get snacks, drinks, and 20 kilos of free baggage. Good. In addition, to enhance a pleasant flying experience, Pelita Air provides Starlight service, which is a free entertainment service that passengers can access via smartphones, tablets, and laptop using wireless in-flight entertainment using the Tripper application. Through the Tripper application, passengers are pampered with a variety of multimedia content such as films from various domestic and foreign genres, various music, various games, digital magazines, vlogs, and various other digital content. The Tripper application is not only accessible on the plane while flying, but can be accessed before and after the flight. Starlight is expected to be an alternative entertainment for passengers on every Pelita Air flight so as to increase comfort and provide a new and enjoyable experience. This sounds cool. I like this. There's a lot more stories, but I'm just not going to get to them because I'm keeping the videos short as possible. There's a new Singaraja Snippets video coming out tomorrow. So if you are a subscriber, you'll hear about that. If you're not a subscriber, you might consider subscribing so that you know when new videos come out. Thanks for viewing. Stay safe. Be kind to someone today. And I will see you on Wednesday.